Could have been a lot higher, but there were so many bangers this year. I know what you're thinking, but no, it's not the AE1. There were just so many bangers this year in my opinion. I forgot about that. What is that? That was like always going to be my number 2. Hey, what up and welcome to another episode of Creased, and it is my favourite time of the year. We're doing the year in review. We're looking at the best, the worst, the most overrated, the most underrated sneakers of 2024. But we've got to this point right here that we're ready for the best. I'm going to say I was tinkering with this list right up to the final minutes. Like literally I'm like, nah, I should take that off. We're going to find something else. I forgot about that. What is that? That was like always going to be my number 2. Then I had a few more honourable mentions pop up out of nowhere because things are still dropping right up to the day. But let's get into it. The honourable mentions. Asics Gel Nimbus 10.1 Stephon Diggs. Now the reason this is just an honourable mention, I don't think it properly released. I think it was only a friends and family type thing. But these are an incredible pair of shoes. If they'd released properly, they're on the list for sure. The New Balance 991 V2 Grey. It's a GR colorway, but it might be the most beautiful New Balance I've ever seen. I've never even looked at a pair of 991 V2s and thought, I need that. That's not true, but this is the first one in a long time that's made me want it. I held back a little bit because the Made in America prices are insane, right? But they sold out anyway, so I can't get them. So. But honourable mention, they've only just sort of come and gone, so there's no real impact left throughout the year, but they are an incredible shoe. The Jordan 3 Ivory, I think, is a very underrated sneaker. That's why I had it so high up on my underrated list. I also think it's an incredible sneaker. It should definitely be in the conversation for one of the best. They did some cool stuff with it, very close to an Amman colorway, which I regard as like the best Jordan 3 ever. Yeah, honourable mention. Now these were on the list and then I've changed it so many times since, but honourable mention to the Asics Gel Quantum 8. I've had Quantums before. I remember first being shown Quantums when I was still in my retail days, and it was everything that I'd always asked from them to do. Comfortable Asics running shoes, but with that casual type twist. Nowadays, all them type of joints that were being released as running shoes are now what people wear casually anyway, so I don't know. But this shoe right here is the most comfortable Asics I've ever worn, and I've been wearing Asics since 2005. So, that's a big call. But yeah, I'm going to say the most comfortable shoe. Unfortunately, I haven't picked up a pair yet. I'm waiting for the right colorway. Original colorway, the blue, was probably the best, I feel like. The pink's not too far behind, but the blue's all gone. The pink is on special right now, but I'm trying to be good, man. Honourable mention to the Asics Gel Nimbus 9 Eno, or Eno, black sheetrock colorway. When this came out, very early on in the year, I was super hype on this, and then it just didn't get released in Australia. Sitting overseas but not released in Australia, and I'm just not willing to pay that difference. But incredible looking shoe. Once the hype dies down and everything like that, I might double back for that one. Another honourable mention for Asics. Asics Gel Nimbus Hidden, but not the pair you're thinking of. That white and green joint, terribly overrated. This other pair they released, just 25 pairs, absolutely incredible, but releasing 25 pairs, I can't really put it on the list. It may have come out like, I think it got announced Christmas Eve or something, so it may not have even released yet, but absolutely incredible. Oh yeah, how do I forget this? Honourable mention to the Black Cement 3. Anytime a Black Cement 3 comes out, it is one of the greatest sneakers of all time. Some people are torn on this. They prefer the 2018 because they're used to the shape, but this is the closest to the OG that we've ever gotten. So it's up to you. What do you feel like? So it's up to you. Do you like the 2018? Do you like these? Whatever it is, being able to get a Black Cement 3 for retail, even under retail with the Boxing Day sales and everything like that, Black Friday. Crazy times. But let's get into the official top 10 Creased Heat best sneakers of 2024 list. At number 10, we have the Nike SB Dunk Big Money Savings. I'll put it in the most underrated. I might have put it number 1. No, I put it number 2. However, it was number 1. But that could have gone either way. The details on this shoe, the level of materials on this shoe, like, man, everything about this shoe looks incredible. And to me, the big money savings thing is like, if this was a collab, if they just attached a brand to it, it would have skyrocketed. It would have went crazy. Because it's a GR, no one really cared. First SB in a long time that sat on shelves that I was able to get one pair that didn't fit, go back and double and get another pair. So big money savings, number 10 on the list. At number 9 on the list, I've recently had a change of heart with this sneaker. At one point it was going to be on the most overrated sneakers list, but I swapped it out for the 4. It's the Jordan 3 Amman in that black colorway. The original Amman 3 is so undeniable, one of the most perfect shoes you'll ever see. But they did their thing with this. I've had this in hand, the materials are incredible, and man, I gotta say, this is probably, in terms of the Amman collabs, I'd say a close second to the original 3, and then like the best after that, I would say, is the Air Max 95. That's just on me. But at number 9, the Amman 3. At number 8, we have the Jordan 4 Military Blue, back in the OG colorway with the Nike Air on the back. You cannot beat that. This has been one of the most worn shoes for me. Bulldogs colorways, man, I love it. So comfortable for a 4 too. Like a lot of 4s, for a certain period, your toe would get caught up on that. Terrible. These, no issue. The other part of it too, like the Military 4 that I knew of was 2012, was that lighter color blue, and obviously this is closer to the OG, but that's what I knew. So I was a little bit skeptical, but then when I saw this, so much nicer. When it was explained to me, because obviously like I wasn't buying sneakers in the 80s. I was barely born. I just scraped in. But these, absolutely incredible. It's a Bulldogs colorway too. You can't go wrong with a doggies colorway. These are my number 8 on the list. They could have been a lot higher, but there were so many bangers this year. I was able to cop them in store at my local Foot Locker too, which is incredible. That's my favorite way to cop a pair of sneakers. I don't care for apps, I don't care for websites, I don't want to wait for postage. Let me go to my local store, pick them up, put them on, try them on, work out the size, and get it done. Number 8 on the list. At number 7 on the list, this was initially a lot higher, but like we keep saying, man, a lot of bangers. It is the Air Max 1 Pata colorway. That chlorophyll green, man, like that has been a grail for mine for so long, but the fact that it only came out through Pata, and again the conversions, everything like that, even if you were willing to pay that, you weren't guaranteed to get a pair. They weren't easy to come by. Shout out to my guy Slim. I was able to see them in hand. They are an incredible shoe, but I'm just not paying the money for it. Maybe a couple trades, I might get them one day. At number 6, I honestly can't believe this isn't higher up on most people's lists, or even getting a mention for the best shoes for 2024, but it is the Air Max 180 Ultramarine Big Bubble, with the OG type Big Bubble. Man, these have been my most worn sneaker of 2024. They are so comfortable. I tried to explain it to some people. I was like, it fits like a Huarache, but then you've also got the Air Max. But it fits like a Huarache in the way it hugs you, but you don't need a really big size for it. I've always wanted a pair of Ultramarine 180s, and for some reason, like, whenever they came out, I didn't have money or whatever, but man, these are incredible. Got the OG Big Bubble. Yeah, I've worn these joints, like, there is They're not beat, they're definitely not beat, but you can tell they need a little bit of ether care. They need a little bit of tender love and care from ether care. If you need ether care, Creased Heat 20 at checkout. You know the deal. It's crazy, these ones, right? Who was it? Somebody told me. I think it was my man Pierre. He was like, yo, they got them at InQ. They just randomly put them out on the shelves. Ring them up. Yeah, they got my size. We'll put them on hold for you. No problem. Then I like have all these issues trying to get down there because of trains and all these delays and all this type of stuff. And I'm almost there and they're like, yeah, we close at this time. I literally got there as they were shutting the door and was able to get them. What's crazy was I was like walking from Central to there and they go, oh, you know, if you pay for them like over the phone, we can just mail them to you. Like, why wasn't that an option originally? Shout out to the guys at InQ, but yeah, one of my favorite pickups this year. One of my most worn pairs and super underrated as well. At number 5 on the list, these are another one that I changed my mind on. I only went in one raffle for them. I was like, I'll go in one raffle. I believe they'll be very easy to get. No one really wants these, right? And people didn't until they saw them in hand. I was one of them, because even before I hit up Adam. I'm like, yo, you want the retail assist? Yep, no worries. He sent me the money then and there because he missed out, and I got him in hand and fell in love with him. It is the Bred 4 reimagined. You got the OG Nike Air on the back, but something's a little bit different. They're a leather, a really nice plush leather, instead of the nubuck. Now, every other shoe in the OG 4s came in a leather, except for this. This came in a nubuck. I don't want to say it's better than the nubuck, but I'm not mad at it. And it is super, super comfortable. Whatever they've done to the 4s in recent times, they've made them so comfortable. Shout out to my guy. He had them. He was like, I've already got the nubuck ones. I don't need these. So he gave them to me at a crazy price. Man. Yeah, I'm stoked with these. It's funny, I hit up Adam when I got the pair. I was like, yo, I'll give you the retail assist, let me review them, and then, you know, whatever. Didn't have any other thoughts towards them until I saw them in hand. I was like, can I try these on? He's like, yeah. Tried them on, super comfortable. All right, I need them. Such a great pair. Number 5 on the list. Nike has done some crazy things this year in terms of going back in the catalog and reaching deep into the catalog and their bag of tricks and pulling out stuff. And at number 4, they've done it again. It is the Tang Dunk. Hit these for retail. I think it was my only raffle. Might have been the first raffle I went in. No, it wouldn't have been, because I got the Bred Imagine 4s for Adam. I don't know. But yeah, like, these were super limited. To be able to hit them for retail, I was stoked. Like, I've literally got Wu-Tang tatted on my wrist. Wu-Tang are huge to me. The story behind these, like, they were like the leftover pairs that they stitched up for promotional uses, and the guy that did it got fired. Now, we've all got them. They open the floodgates, and I love to see it. I hope next year, right, do a whole drop of just M&M, right? The Encore 4s, the Carhartt 4s, the Air Max Burst, the Shady Air Force 1s. Like, let's truly burn this bitch to the ground. I'm here for it. But these Wu-Tang Dunks, absolutely incredible. Something I never thought I'd own in my life, because even RZA said, he was like, we already did that. Why would we do it again? Then he saw how much they're going for. Nah, I want to reach out and touch the people. Let them have them. So many OGs are upset by that, but I say open the floodgates and let everyone get some. Number 4 on the list, 2024 Sneaker of the Year. For mine, incredible. This is another one that they reached crazy into the bag of tricks, and all the way back in 06, it's the Stash 95s. Now these, kind of a retro. You could almost call them a protro, because they do have the ripstop and the colors are a little bit more updated. a little bit brighter, but Stash was actually one of the first artists to collab. I think he was the first artist to collab with Nike. They'd obviously done stuff with sports, they'd done whatever. In 2006, he was the first one. And the blue pack, which was the Air Max 95 and the Air Max 1. The Air Max 1's still sitting, you can cop them. I probably will eventually, but this is what I needed. I missed out on the raffle. Then randomly I was going on the supply website. If I type supply into my phone right now, it takes me to brand new sneaker releases. These were sitting there in a size 10. I grabbed them straight away. Crazy I missed out on the raffle with supply and up there, but was able to just buy them on the website. I'm stoked. Initially, I was like, already had these if I didn't get them. They were going to be somewhere in the top 10. I don't think I would have had them so high unless I'd put them on feet today and got around in them. Incredible shoe. Actually my first pair of Air Max 95s, if you can believe that. I'm such an Air Max head, like 1s, 90s, LTDs, TNs, zeros. I even got the 2090s, but I've never had a pair of 95s. I've never had a pair of 180s until this year, so it's a first of many things. But yeah, for me, these are number 3. Could have been higher, could have been a little bit lower. There were just so many bangers this year in my opinion. But let's get in to number 2. Number 2, I know what you're thinking, but no, it's not the AE1. It's not a New Balance Action Bronson running shoe. This is such a left of field edition. But if you know me, you know I love this silhouette. But at number 2, it is the Nike 89 Flight PJ Tucker collab. These were limited to 1,000 and only sold, I believe, in one store. They came in crazy packaging. They had a ticket number. Everything was tied into private jets and flying and everything like that. Because when you think PJ, you think private jet, PJ Tucker. But man, these are such an incredible shoe that I'm watching 10 different pairs on eBay, I'm watching on StockX, everything like that. If they get to within a reasonable price, I will probably pay that. And I don't really pay for resale. I never pay resale. But these shoes right here, and it's crazy to see PJ Tucker, notable sneakerhead. The man literally has a house just to store shoes. That is the biggest flex in the world. I don't know how financially sound that would be, but the man plays in the NBA. He's got more money than ever. He's got more money than anyone will ever need. But these shoes right here, I think about Yachty getting upset that the Concrete Boys Air Force One wasn't mentioned in the top 10. Or anywhere near that conversation, and how passionate he got. And PJ Tucker's just sitting there chilling, and he's got one of the best 89 flights of all time. For me, the OG will always be the best. This is a little bit different even to my pair from 2010, and the materials on these aren't great. This is real plastic leather, super uncomfortable. The pair prior was very nice, soft, tumbled leather. The pair that PJ Tucker has done, I need a pair, 10.5. PJ, if you're watching, you're probably not, but I would love a pair. I just don't want to pay 2 bands for them, you know what I'm saying? But the number 1 sneaker of 2024, drum roll please. That's enough. It could only ever be one shoe. I said it as soon as it was announced. I said it even before I thought I could even get it. It is the Nike SB Dunk Futura. Now some people say this came and went real quick. I just think because there were so many bangers this year. But this shoe, the details, man's really got a whole artwork within the canvas. Both shoes are different. It's super incredible. The details within the canvas on here are so nuts. And for me, as such a hip hop fan, as a graffiti artist, 2 of the shoes in this were designed by graffiti artists. So I feel a kinship to that. But it's also That's the type of aesthetic I like. So this, absolutely incredible. If you don't know, I missed out on every raffle. But I did have an ace up my sleeve. I had a pair from a year or so ago that is quite popular. I had the orange lobsters, right? And I figured, what if I could do a straight swap? The orange lobsters were going for more than these, but I value these more, right? These are much more incredible shoe to me. I went to a bunch of events looking to do that trade. No one had them. The only person, shout out my guy Andrew, he had them straight on feet. Same thing I did when I got them eventually. I went straight to the skate park. And skated these. Now granted, I wasn't doing any ollies, flip tricks, nothing. I just rolled around for the footage, for the content, but still, no one's doing that with the Futuras. Like, have a look at that. So crazy. But yeah, my guy Matt, I knew he wanted him. He'd mentioned him, and he was the same size as me. So when it was looking pretty ominous, I was like, yo, I can buy these for this on Sneaker Dunk. What if I sell you these for that price? Well under market. What do you think? He said yes, we made the deal. Technically a trade. There was some currency fluctuate and everything like that, but for me, like, it basically was a straight trade. So technically not paying resale, I don't know. Leave it in the comments if you think it was, but these. The absolute disrespect I saw on so many people's stuff. I even saw someone calling these overrated, but I don't know how you could. Get them in hand if you can. Tell me otherwise. Like, the laces are tonal. They change like colors as they go up and down on the laces. The entire thing is based on an artwork that he did in like the 80s. Taking this whole canvas and like put it on the shoe. I will say the one issue is this creases pretty quick, but not as bad as like I initially saw videos of. But yeah, for me, easy winner. It is the Nike Futura SB Dunk. And it's crazy this year, like with how many bangers there were in terms of sneakers, that I don't even feel like I need to do my best pickups at 2024 video like I usually do, because what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 10 on this list. That never happens. It's a great time to be a sneakerhead in 2024, and hopefully, well, we already know in 2025, it's going to be crazy. Like, they're completely opening the floodgates. Undefeated 4s, white cements. There's others, but like, that's really all I need. I mean, they're doing a Chicago low. Crazy. If they could do what they've done with the Tang Dunks, with the Stash 95s, with all these type of things where they open up the floodgates, if they could do that with Eminem and just say, look, these pairs have had such validity for so long, but it's time to let the people touch them. The Encore 4s, the Carhartt 4s, the Burst, the Air Force One, like, that's what I want to see. I want to see no more gatekeeping within the sneaker community. Just because you got like millions and can buy whatever you want, I don't care that you don't want other people to have them. This is for everybody. But that's just my opinion. Same with this list. But let me know what you feel in the comments. Was I right about these? Was I wrong about these? Even as I look at it, like, it's all Nike and Jordan in the top 10, which never happens for me. I don't even think I bought a pair of New Balance this year. Come close though. Plenty of honorable mentions for Asics and New Balance. Let me know in the comments what you think. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and we'll be back in 2025, which it already is. Peace. Where the fuck did I put it? And before we get... Hey, what up and welcome to another episode of Creased, and I think my air conditioner is on way too much, the fan. Usually I can't hear the shit. First outtakes of the year, baby.